Joining us now, Lourin Hubbard, running in California's 22nd district. That one's an open primary because that was the district of one for former Representative Devin Nunes and his cow, presumably. But he has run for the hills, and that's why Lourin's running in a special election. Lourin, welcome.
Hi guys, thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. So, look, we get to peek in on these elections every so often. So fill us in on what the latest is, because that used to be a Republican district. It's now been redistricted. So what does the race look like?
Well, the race really looks like it's been super competitive. I, as the progressive Democrat, came out in a primary of 6 candidates to go against Trump-endorsed Connie Conway in this race. And, we've kind of been hitting the ground and pounding on doors, knocking on doors, making phone calls to people in the area. And I'm cautiously optimistic that we're going to pull this out.
All right, and what area of California is that for the folks at home? Because they got to be wondering, in California, Devin Nunes, his cow is in California?
Yeah, we're right here in the heart of California, in the red dot that's in the ocean of blue. That is California, up in Fresno, Visalia, Tulare, right in the center of the state.
Yeah, and so I imagine there's a couple of different Democrats that are running. Are you the most progressive, Lourin?
I am the most progressive, and that was the primary that we had for this race, April 5th. I raised the least amount of money, but that's what progressive politics is about. It's about people power, and we had all the volunteers and people that were passionate about our campaign and the issues that we're talking about. We're talking about meat and potato things that I think Democrats at large should be focused on. Eliminating federal tax from overtime. If you are working hard to get ahead, damn it, you should get ahead. And those meat and potato things are what we're focused on, and it's been really a positive response from people, and I think we're going to pull this out. So,
Lourin, look, it's super hard to get media attention to anything even in a giant city like LA that theoretically has the LA Times covering it, let alone a progressive getting their message out in a race in LA. But if you're in the middle of California in a place that's pretty rural, how in the world do you ever get your message out? But it's not even just particular to you. How does anybody get their message out there? Because I imagine that you're gonna have very little press out there.
Yeah, we have been really blessed to live in an era where we have social media, where anybody that has a phone and a camera can really run a campaign everywhere. And it's about connecting with people. I was actually lucky enough to have someone from the LA Times come out and cover our campaign for a couple of days out here. And we had a article posted in the LA Times, and like 3 days before this race, we raised just over $5,000 just when that article posted. So I think it's a testament to what we've been doing out here, what our campaign has been focused on, and growing our numbers on social media and connecting with voters directly.
Lourin, that's amazing. I didn't know that. That's why I asked the questions, right? So I don't know how in the world you got the LA Times to cover your race, and it seems like they wrote positively about you based on what you just said. That is like you have no idea how shocked I am. Okay, how did that? Do you know how that came about?
I was really shocked. I got a email from a reporter that said they were interested in covering the race when it was the primary before April 5th. And, they gave me one line at the very end of that article. So I gave them a tough time after I pulled out the win to go to this runoff. And I think I just kind of guilt tripped them into letting me get some coverage that way. But, that's par for the course for folks here in this area. We even the Democratic Party, the state Democratic Party in this area has kind of been non-existent. And so it's really been the folks on the ground at the county level that are doing the deep canvassing and actually talking to people, connecting one-on-one voters. It's hard to do. It is time consuming, but I think that's what really Democrats at large nationwide need to take away from it is red areas like this, rural areas like this are ripe for Democrats with a strong message about economic opportunity for all.
That's part actually, Lourin, that's part of what I was curious about, because as you mentioned, this is to fill that vacated seat from Devin Nunes. And we mentioned how rural it is. So is there something about the constituency there that previously had someone like Devin Nunes, his crazy self in there, that you found a way to resonate with some of their views, some of the things that they would connect with, that maybe would cross over that party line? Because I feel like he was at such an extreme level of a Republican, even outside of just being from a rural area like that, but just his policies and his things that got him elected in the first place. How are you transitioning from that?
Yeah, I'm focused on water policy. I work at the Regional Water Quality Control Board out here, and if you've driven down California right through the center, you see all these signs like, where's the dam water, bring water to the valley. But really no one's been talking about the issues that we have with our water quality here in this area. We have 4 or 5 different little towns and communities that have contaminated water supplies. And Devin Nunes did nothing about that for decades. And so I've been able to connect with them on that. I've been able to connect with them on issues of economics and again, focusing on, the type of jobs that we have here in this community. Yes, we have agriculture. Agriculture is a big part of it, but we are also a community where we want to grow industry and have different types of jobs that bring in those types of jobs that have $15, $20, $25 an hour pay rates. And so that's what I've been talking about on the campaign trail, and it seems to resonate with people.
All right.
So Lourin, in California 22, you've got David Valadao running, who's got about $1 million in PAC contributions alone, and then Rudy Salas, the Democrat, with about $100,000 in PAC contributions. Can you just say a word about how you've seen money shape this race? I know you've taken no money in PAC contributions.
For that race in particular, because I'm running in the old 22, and they're with redistricting, they're a little bit south of me, but. We have seen a proliferation of ads on television. I can't even open my Instagram without seeing a David Valadao ad. And I think that's partly been the focus of Democrats when it comes to running in these more rural areas, is they have to have these candidates that take this corporate PAC money so that they can be competitive, and are not really focusing on people and how they connect with the electorate at large. And so that's something that I've tried to do, raising the least amount of money, but making those deeper connections.
All right, Lourin Hubbard in California's 22nd District. We appreciate you joining us. Good luck today.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks for watching the Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, Jayar. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.